toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at the Rams' 46-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he hits him in stride. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And again, it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice
dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Trying to improvise. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
15 yards. Brings up fourth down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. An extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Foles. Harris has it over the middle. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken on the 25. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Rodgers now on 1st down. The throw complete to Cam Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
these two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. 3 yards to the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking underneath. He's got Akers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. Makes it 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Flush to his right. Ends up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Bears ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's Foles. Throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, man, got lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
2 yards on the play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bulls on the handoff. Here's Cohen. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
His kick.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Bears 14, Rams 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll run on first down. Cohen, and he'll be taken down at the 34. That's Leonard Floyd with a tackle, a man who used to be with the Chicago Bears.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
First down.
Foles with the completion there. You might remember he spent one season with the Rams in their final season in St. Louis, actually. That was 2015. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
It is good. Makes the score Bears 21, Rams 10. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll get this one to Cobb complete. signal for a timeout. Their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And these guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 27, Foles. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Foles. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His fourth touchdown on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive. Oftentimes, when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's David Montgomery, second-year man from Iowa State. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand inside their own 5.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going up top for Cup. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Cup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Rams 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's Leonard Floyd with a tackle, a man who used to be with the Chicago Bears. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Keep pounding here with Montgomery. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A 6-yard.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Look at this, a tight end carry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal.
Rams 25.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception. Oh, trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they're going to score on a fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And they'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Going right back to Akers. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. To Montgomery to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
20-yard line.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Foles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a run with Akers. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll run this with Akers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A run by Akers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll They'll run for it with Akers. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Tonight's final score, Rams.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Rams, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.